Hey, hi, and howdy, sweet friends. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new. My name is Courtney. I am a stay-at-home homeschooling mom, and here on my channel, I focus on a lot of food-related content, and today we are going to have some fun Christmas treats. I have got some Christmas cake balls, some amaretto balls, and then finally that ever popular pretzels with the Rolos and the M&Ms. This is the first time I've ever made them or had it, believe it or not. But let's kick it off with cake balls. I think these are super easy to make, and I also think they look really, really nice. So it's one of those things you can put out there that kind of dresses up your holiday spread a little bit. You can make them themed where like sometimes you could have them red or white like I am today for the holidays. And of course, if you were doing something for, say, Halloween, you could do black or orange or something like that. Today, I chose to bake a box mix cake. I just did a red velvet because I wanted that red cake. Of course, you could always do like a white cake and then add food coloring if you want something really, really vibrant. I just thought this would be easier. Plus, who doesn't love some red velvet cake? I did not do anything fancy, just baked it according to the package directions and let it cool for a little while. And then I crumbled it up with gloved hands, and then I added in about half a tub of cream cheese icing because I think cream cheese icing goes well with red velvet cake. I just kind of kept crumbling and mixing with my gloves until it formed a nice cohesive dough, as you can see there. I grabbed a cookie scoop, and then I'm just rolling out these little balls. It really couldn't be a whole lot easier than this. Box cake mixes are so simple. It's not something I make very often, although I will let you guys know you will see some cake coming up on my channel in the near future, hopefully in January, because I have been toying around with ways to dress up box cakes because I'm not a huge cake fan, or I thought I wasn't, until I tried some of these methods. And I got to tell you guys, I've learned how to make a box cake taste amazing. As you can see, it makes a lot of balls, so I only made a few of these and I froze the rest so I can just pull them out periodically and make cake balls. Just that simple. You do want to chill these or freeze these prior to rolling. I did not have time to freeze, so I only chilled mine. And then I melted some white almond bark, and I just like to drop one of the cake balls in there and then with a fork kind of fish it out and make sure it's fully coated. Drain off the excess. If you have like a bald spot on top, which I sometimes get on the top or the bottom, just from where the fork was blocking the almond bark, I just put a little bit extra on top just so it's fully coated and fully covered. And as you can see, these do kind of look like snowballs, which I thought was cool. And I got some Christmas theme sprinkles, and I just put a different sprinkle on, almost every one of them just to kind of have fun with it and see what we liked best. These were super fun. And like I said, I'm not a huge cake fan, but these were actually pretty good. And I love the way they looked. Of course, they're not like Starbucks professional. They're not super smooth, but I thought they were so cute. And like I said, we enjoyed them. All right, amaretto ball. So this is actually a rum ball recipe, but I am a huge fan of amaretto, so I just switched it up. I've got some crushed graham crackers, some chocolate chips, and some powdered sugar that I'm adding right there into a pot on the stove. To that, I'm adding a little bit of corn syrup. I will link this recipe down below. I don't have a specific recipe for the cake balls. I feel like that one's just kind of winging it a little bit. Like I said, it was half the tub of icing to one boxed cake mix. But for this, I did have a full recipe. And then where it called for rum, I substituted amaretto. I did have to go open a second bottle. If you've never had amaretto, it is so delicious. It is an almond flavor liqueur, and I just absolutely adore it. I could just drink it over ice. I can drink it mixed with Sprite. I think it's fabulous in cream soda. It's so good. I then put some walnuts in my mixer, and I just kind of coarsely chopped them in there. I enjoy the texture of having little bites of nut in there, but you might want to maybe make yours a little more finely chopped if you don't want that texture in there. I did have this over low heat just so it would melt everything together, and it forms a nice dough. And I just used my cookie scoop there, just the smallest one that I have, to scoop out little balls of this amaretto dough. That's all I can think to call it right now. I tasted this on its own, and I got to tell you guys, it was absolutely fabulous. But we're going to take one more step. We're going to smush maraschino cherries on top. This was amazing, so delicious. I think this is going to become an annual holiday treat at my home. It might just become an annual treat year round. I don't know. So good. And like I said, if you've never tried amaretto before, give it a shot today. It's not expensive at the liquor store. You can usually get a generic bottle of it pretty cheaply, and it is just so amazing. I also like to throw it in homemade cranberry sauce, but that's what they look like, and oh my gosh, so good. I loved them. All right, the last treat are these pretzel Rolo candies. I've never made these or had these, but I've seen a bunch of people make them, and I think they're cute for the holidays. I think they'd be cute for Easter or for Halloween and for Christmas. I just thought they were a lot of fun, and I gotta tell you guys, like, I enjoyed them quite a bit, but my kids absolutely adored them. So I've got the twisted pretzels. I think you could probably use cookies, like maybe a vanilla wafer or something on bottom would be fun as well, but I just went with a traditional pretzel. And then I am placing a Rolo on top of each one of these. This was the hardest part because you have to unroll every Rolo, and that took a little while, but it's really an easy recipe. I just baked them for about 5 minutes to soften those Rolos. You can see they're all shiny. That's how you know the chocolate's melty. And then I got some of the peanut butter M&Ms just because I thought that would be a lot more fun, and I placed those on top. I think you could put cherries on top if you wanted to, or any kind of candy, or a big nut, or just leave it blank. Any of it would be tasty, but I thought these M&Ms were a lot of fun. Bringing a little peanut butter to the mix was really tasty. You've got the salty and the sweet, and like I said, I did end up getting some help from people too. You want to work quickly while that chocolate is nice and soft, but these are so good, so fun, and just so easy to make. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Some quick and easy holiday treats that I think your family will love, because mine sure did. I hope you guys are having a fabulous weekend, and I hope you have a wonderful week. It is right before Christmas, so I hope you guys are all done with your Christmas shopping because it's crazy out there. Stay home and have a great holiday, y'all.